Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Layla, and on this channel I talk about personal development and my life here in Seoul, South Korea. In today's video we are going to talk about how to have a productive day, and the reason why I'm doing it is because it's the new year and everybody has, all those lofty goals and things that they wish to achieve, but for some reason they believe that 24 hours is not enough in a day. So here I am trying to share with you my technique. Hopefully that would allow you to make your day even more productive. If you're interested, keep on watching. First thing first, obviously you need a list of tasks. Therefore, having a to-do list is going to be necessary. If you do not like to-do list, honestly, I don't know what to tell you because there aren't many ways around it. A to-do list is going to allow you to have a visual, therefore you don't forget what you have to do, but most importantly it's going to give you clarity as to what to do. It can be on an app, it can be on a piece of paper, it doesn't really matter as long as you have one. And honestly, I'm not here to argue with you. You need a to-do list, get on the program. A task should be in direct correlation with your goals for the year or for the quarter. Performing the task should get you closer to achieving things that will benefit your life overall. And if you want to know more about how to set up your life for success, especially at the beginning of the year, I made a video a week ago. I'm gonna link it somewhere here. Go and watch it. The goal here is to focus on tasks that are urgent and important so that you are not overwhelmed and that you focus on things that are moving the needle in the right direction. In this section, we are going to audit your time, assess the non-negotiable, and be aware of the free time you have at your disposal. I am going to use a 24-hour time frame as a reference, and what I'm curious about is how many hours do you sleep and how many hours do you work? When it comes to sleep, don't worry, I will not be the one telling you to sleep less so you can achieve more. I don't believe in that. I also know that 8 hours a day is necessary. I personally sleep 6 hours, and below 6 hours a day, that would be a catastrophe for me. So don't worry. In terms of your work, how many hours a day do you work? Once you find that out, to me, work and sleep are going to be the non-negotiable. There really isn't much you can do around those two. However, with the remaining of the time, what do you do with it? How much time do you have left at your disposal, and what do you do with it? Time to audit and see what's going on. Do you spend it watching videos on Netflix? Do you spend it out and about with your friends? Do you spend it studying? Assess everything and see if it makes sense. The goal here is to find out how your time is being used inefficiently. That's basically my nice way of telling you need to find out how your time is being wasted. Once you have identified what those pockets of time are and what you're doing during those time frame, then we can move on to the next part, which is assigning tasks and building up a routine. To give you an idea, I'm going to quickly share with you what my pockets of time are in 24 hours. So usually, and that's a typical day, usually from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Then I go to bed, I get ready, go to work, blah, blah, blah. The second pocket of time is from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. That's my lunch break. And the third pocket of time is from 6 p.m. when I get off work until 10 p.m. So this is a time frame I have available to myself, and I get to decide how I spend it. I want you to do the same with your 24 hours and see what those time frames are, regardless of what you're currently doing with them. That's not important. But once we have identified those time frames, then we can get to work and move on to the next part. Let's move on to assigning tasks. For each time windows that you have identified, you're going to go ahead and assign tasks based on the energy level you will have during that time window. To illustrate, let me use exercising as an example. If you have time available in the morning and in the evening, when do you exercise? Based on your personal preference, you will decide. Me, in the morning, I am not in the mood, I am tired, I'm cranky, I'm not energetic. So I know that if I assign exercising early in the morning, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna force myself at some point, but then the likelihood of me completing the task would be quite minimal. However, after work, that's when I have more energy. I'm more prone to follow through and exercise. Therefore, all my exercising is always in the evening, not in the morning. So try to think about that whenever you assign tasks to your schedule. Think about what kind of energy would I have? Does the energy match the task I am going to tell myself to do? If, for example, your time windows are either short, or if you want to be proactive and productive, you can also multitask. That's a possibility. For example, you can listen to an audiobook or a podcast when you are commuting or driving. You can also combine exercising with a hobby. For example, dancing can be considered as you exercising and partaking in a hobby. Be creative and multitask if you feel like it's gonna help you, again, move the needle forward. If, let's say, one of your tasks is to do some research, if you're interested maybe in doing something in particular, but you have to go on Google and do research to find out how much it costs and find out more information, blah, 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 you can actually multitask. You can play, I don't know, a video on YouTube and do your research, or you can put a movie on Netflix and do your research at the same time. So that's also multitasking. If, on the contrary, the task you have to perform is something that requires your full attention, then you have no other way but to set up specific time for that and be fully concentrated. Again, go back to the energy management system I just told you about. Think about, when is the proper time? When am I able to fully concentrate on doing a specific task? Is it late at night before I go to bed, or is it very early in the morning, or is it during lunchtime? Think about it and assign the task at that specific time. And of course, do not overwhelm yourself. When asked to do too much, the mind can sometimes resist. A simple example is going to the gym. If you tell your brain that, oh, we're gonna go hard and spend an hour at the gym, you're going to drag your feet to get there. But if you trick your mind into thinking, don't worry, this is going to be a short 30-minute session, we're just going to do cardio today, or we're just going to do leg work today, then your mind would be like, okay, it's going to be a short thing, sweet thing, we can just do it and get it over with. Once you get to the gym and you start exercising, this funny thing would happen when I forgot the name of that chemical, but it's going to take over your body, and next thing you know, that 15-minute session you agreed on, or 30 minutes, becomes 45 minutes or an hour. So always tell your brain that it's this little thing that we're doing, don't worry about it, and then trick it into doing more. Start with a few tasks a day and let your body react. And see how you adapt, see how your brain adapts, see how your body adapts, and then add more tasks or remove more tasks or move things around. The goal here, obviously at the beginning, is to observe how things are working out and then to shift things around as you see fit. It's not going to be a set in stone kind of situation, of course not, because life happens, but it is very important to think of your week or your day ahead of time, to plan as much as possible, so that if something impromptu arrive, you would be able to fit it in your schedule easily, or you can be able to remove something and plug it back somewhere else. But if you have no idea how your day is going or how your week is going, then opportunities or maybe impositions can come to you and you won't know what to do with it because you don't know how your week is going. And as time passes by, you realize that certain things haven't been done and you don't understand why. It's because you haven't been tracking ish. That's why. Let's conclude this topic by talking about opportunity cost. The truth of the matter is, doing one thing will cost you the opportunity of doing something else. That is just the way life is set up. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. If you try to do everything at the same time, it will lead to frustration and potential failure. That has happened to me for almost over a year now. I've been combining two jobs that I really like, and I also have my online activities. I have this YouTube channel and I have my Roadmap to Korea program. But the truth is, when you focus too much on one thing, the other thing will suffer. That's just inevitable. Before, for the sake of being productive and being a go-getter and getting ish done, I would literally overschedule myself. Like after work, I would go to Kizomba, then I would come back. I would have a coaching session set. And because the people I coach are usually not in Korea or in Asia, the coaching session would be like super late at night. I would also have like a brainstorming session for a video topic or whatever. Anyway, it was just so overwhelming that none of the tasks were fun for me anymore because of that. Until the burnout and me understanding a very simple but basic principle, which is you can have everything, you can do everything, just not at the same time. That's why I like scheduling so much, because it gives me a beautiful visual of how my day and my week should be. For some people, it might be too much, but honestly, it's going to save you so much time and peace of mind, especially if there are like many things you want to do, but you cannot find the time. If you have a visual, you get to plug everything in your pocket of time and be productive that way and not overwhelm yourself. Right now, I have, for example, Sundays that's completely dedicated to YouTube. That's when I would brainstorm my video, film my video, and publish my video. I have specific days where I just dance kizomba and have fun. During the week, I also have to have 2 days or maybe 1 day where I get to meet a friend or do something fun after work. And then there are days where I have to come home because I need to go to the gym. Therefore, if I meet a friend or do something after work, then the likelihood of me exercising is just not happening. So basically, having this beautiful visual, and it's my calendar on my phone, brings me so much peace, and I'm able to achieve so much and be in control of my life, and I enjoy every single task I put on this schedule. So basically, that was just me trying to convey that to you, and hopefully you would use my method to organize yourself better. All right, lovely people, this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever pleases you. I hope you found it to be very helpful. If you have any tips on how to be more productive during the day, feel free to share them in the comment section. I would love to learn from you. Until then, take very good care of yourselves, and you will see me in the next video. Bye.